Hi, Grizzlies. Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly True Crime. My name is Gisela K. I hope that you can hear me. Please put a 1 in the chat if you can. You might be like, damn, where's that intro, though? I know. I was trying to clear up some space, okay, because my computer's working overtime, and then I deleted my intro on here right before I was about to go live. So anyway, next time. Welcome to this weekly crime catch-up, which is a more chilled sort of hangout time together where I just tie up some loose ends in cases that we've already done a deep dive on. Okay, let me see if you guys can hear me. I really hope so. Welcome, of course, to my mods, to my members, to my patrons, to every viewer, subscriber, supporter. And damn, thank you so much to Sheila for the PayPal. Oh, my word. What was that for? Thank you so much for the PayPals, for the Buy Me a Coffees, and of course, patrons. You know, there's a brand new video up for you now of my visit yesterday to the goats in the city. Hello to Chris from the Monsters Under Our Bed. If you see people's names highlighted in the chat, that means they're members. So welcome members. That's how they can use those emojis in case you're wondering. If you want to become a member, you just click the button that comes up in the chat sometime. Okay, if you can hear me, right? You guys can hear me. If you put a 1 in the chat, I know you can hear me. Okay, so we're just going to, as I say, tie up a couple of loose ends. We're looking at Casey White's escape charges being dropped. I know you guys have all, thank you, Chris, for the 1. You guys have all, you've emailed me, you've tweeted me, you've Instagrammed me. You're like, oh my word. I'm like, I know, right? But I think they're doing that in preparation for this murder trial because we've got a new legal team. So I'm thinking for now, because they keep saying for now. So we'll get into it now. Okay, you can hear me. Great. So they keep saying for now, we're just dropping those escape charges. So thank you for liking and sharing. That really makes the world of difference. Thank you so much, Samantha. It really helps for the algorithm to like and share. Tells the algorithm, hey, people like this. Let me show this to more people. So yes, thank you so much. Yeah, the goat eating the flowers was so cute. That was like this little preview that I had of the video that I've been preparing. All 2 gigs of that video. Oh my word, that takes long to upload to Patreon. I'm just saying. And again, thank you to, wait. It was Elizabeth James that donated towards a VPN, and I'm using it tonight. So I really hope it works out. It seems like a very good one. I'm not sponsored, so I'm not going to mention it. No. It just seems like a very good one. So I'm using it so I can show you some American articles. Casey White, not all charges, but the escape charges. So let's have a look at that. So here we go. We're going to dive right in. I wanted to just tell you before we do, 1 more second, please. I'm calling this Sunday thing Case Club. Welcome to Case Club. This is actually the 2nd episode of Case Club now. So we will look at all these loose ends in cases we've already deep dived, which is why I think it's cool that we're all in a club now called Case Club. Okay. Let me know if you like that. So here we go. They say, let me put myself here so we can actually see what is going on. And again, excuse all the adverts. It is what it is. So here they say prosecutors drop escape charge against Casey White, keeping ability to reinstate. You see, so they say until, or they say for now. Goat is Gisela. Thank you, Copper Horse. Goat, for those of you who don't know, means greatest of all time. Thank you. Am I a true crime goat or what? Oh, man. Okay. And for those of you bothered by my giggling, it's what I do. I giggle. Okay. Okay. So they say here, a Lauderdale County judge has allowed the prosecution to drop the escape charge against former escaped inmate and accused killer Casey White. If you didn't follow the story, by the way, I think most of you did. Casey moves White, exactly, Sue. If you didn't, though, there is a playlist for it. We deep dived it, of course. We looked at the whole timeline, all the footage. We looked at Big Bake on the Move, who is in the area, boots on the ground over there. So he's got a great channel too, also covering the case. And so if you missed it, don't worry. There's a whole playlist to catch up on, as well as some timeline, what do you call them? Highlights. All right. So here they say the Lauderdale County District Attorney's Office has filed a motion to dismiss the first-degree escape charge against Casey White with the option to reinstate the case at a later time. I wonder if they will, right? Yeah, they dropped the charges. I know everyone's up in arms, right? Yep. Yes. I'm just looking at you guys all shocked. I'm like, yes. Let me take this little crawl line away. Okay, now we can all relax and focus. So, the court documents filed around 8:30 a.m. Thursday stated that there is overwhelming evidence to support the escape charge and a preliminary hearing is not necessary because of that. The motion was granted by a judge on Thursday morning around 9 a.m. The defense has filed an objection to the state's dismissal according to court records. Documents filed by White's lawyer say the state seeks to dismiss the case brought against Mr. White in an effort to avoid and preclude a hearing on this matter and further preclude Mr. White from effectively building his defense in this matter. Okay, the defense's motion also says that evidence that would be presented during a preliminary hearing would help White in his upcoming capital murder trial, as well as the escape charge. So, okay. I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to be like, okay, so you dropped the charge because of what? But to focus, I gather to focus on the murder trial and handle it all one at a time and not to give him a really good shot of, I don't know what, getting free. Is that what they're trying to say? What's going on? Wow. So White is accused of escaping from the Lauderdale County Jail on April 29th with the help of former corrections employee Vicky White, no relation, and leading authorities on an 11-day nationwide manhunt. The search for the two ended in Evansville, Indiana, in a police chase. I mean, Grizzlies, we were live at the time. Do you remember? We were live and we looked at the footage and we're like, could that be them? And we're like, no, that's not them. Could it be? And it literally was them. Oh, my word. Yes, you can't make this stuff up. Gosh, right? Vicky White was killed by a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head, while Casey White was taken into custody and brought back to Alabama. They did request his DNA, though, which I still don't know if he gave them DNA or what. I found that interesting. White is also accused of the 2015 stabbing death of Connie Ridgway during a home invasion at Ridgway's apartment in Rogersville. That trial is set to start later this year in December. The state says they plan to present the escape case to a Lauderdale County grand jury the week of June 27th, while the defense wants to have the preliminary hearing as previously scheduled. Right? What? Welcome to everyone just joining now. Welcome to the Sunday Case Club. You guys can see I've been very busy today updating my channel art, updating my thumbnails, and just calling what we're doing here something. So this is, Case Club, Season 1. Welcome to it. And tomorrow we continue on with mysterious disappearances. Also Season 1. I'm calling it by season for a reason. Season for a reason. And so anyway, that's Missing Person Monday. That's what we're doing there. Hello, everyone. It's so nice to see all of you. Okay. Great that you made it as well. Jody. Hello to Ricky. Okay, now I'm going to show you. I got so many documents from the docket from Eric. I mean, I literally have all the documents. I feel quite proud, okay? Oh, he knows I love documents. So shout out to the docket at Chasing Paper 89 on Twitter. And this is now the latest. So I don't have this yet. He's saying there's a little bit difficult to get one's hands on this. But here he's got this, which says State of Alabama plaintiff versus Casey Cole White defendant. So we know we love documents over here, right? Hello to Rochelle Pronzo, Lieutenant Peter Pronzo as well. Nighthoven, hello. Okay, so it comes now. Well, they say objection to the state's motion to null pros with leave to reinstate and motion to set aside the order. Comes now. The defendant Casey White, by and through his undersigned counsel, and objects to the state's motion to null pros with leave to reinstate and in support thereof states the following: that in a matter of weeks after Mr. White filed his demand for a preliminary hearing, the state has filed their motion to null pros with, sorry for lawyers if I'm butchering this, okay? I'm very, very sorry. Okay, I'm trying my best. So give me a thumbs up if you appreciate my effort. Okay, so with the null pros with leave to reinstate, the defense asserts that the state seeks to dismiss the case brought against Mr. White in an effort to avoid and preclude a hearing on this matter before this honorable court, and further preclude Mr. White from effectively building his defense in this matter. So they've kind of just scrapped the hearing. So it sounds like they've dropped the charges, but they're like, no, let's to dismiss the case brought against him so that there will not be a hearing. Interesting. Further, the defense asserts that the state seeks to dismiss this case as part of a strategic maneuvering to bypass a ruling from this honorable court as to probable cause prior to the state presenting the instant matter to the grand jury. Moreover, the state is seeking to deprive Mr. White of the opportunity to have his preliminary hearing, and the granting of the state's motion would be a miscarriage of justice. Upon information and belief, the accused asserts that there is certain evidence that would be deduced and or disclosed during the course of the preliminary hearing in this matter, which would greatly assist the defendant in preparation of his upcoming capital murder trial, as well as this escape charge. Further, the defendant disputes the assertions of the state that there is overwhelming evidence to support the escape in the first-degree charge, which would obviate the necessity of a preliminary hearing in this matter. It is clear from the videos released by either the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department or the Lauderdale County District Attorney's Office, as well as certain interviews that have been conducted by the Lauderdale County Sheriff, that the state cannot show overwhelming evidence to support probable cause in this matter. Mr. White respectfully demands that this honorable court afford him the opportunity to have the preliminary hearing as scheduled in the above-styled action. Right, so that's the document right there. What do you guys think of that? Wonder how an escape would affect the PD financially. Ooh, and figure best to just drop. And did you see they're actually hiring? They're hiring for the position that Vicky was in. Yes, I don't know if you saw that. Guess Casey figured he had nothing to lose by escaping with all of his other charges. Only thing he lost was Vicky. Yeah. Thank you so much, little Pookie. Leave your DNA on that thumbs up. Yes, thank you so much. Hey, Brad, what's up? Okay, so let me just close some of these tabs. Otherwise, this poor computer, it's doing its thing. All right. So that was the. I just want to see. Wait, Vicky White. If you're confused about this, more like just casual atmosphere, maybe it feels the same for you. But me, like typing and still looking things up, yes, that's what we do on Sundays. We just catch up on things. Yeah, so here they say Fox News. I'm just going to put this one on so you can see it. Vicky White's former Alabama jail is hiring after corrections officer role in inmate Casey White's escape. I just want to make sure this doesn't play. Don't play, video. Don't play. Don't mess us up now. See, it's going to play. You better not. The Alabama jail, where a former corrections officer allegedly helped a murder suspect escape. Well, yeah, allegedly. Guess they got to say that, but okay. Helped a murder suspect escape before leading authorities on an 11-day interstate manhunt, is hiring. The corrections deputy is directly responsible for the integrity and security of the detention center. The Lauderdale County Detention Center's new job listing reads, this includes the prevention of escape, injury to the staff and visitors, and or injury to other inmates. Well, yeah, one would think. Welcome to membership, Winter Moon Ray. That's such a cool name. I hope you enjoy all the content. Please check out the membership playlist so you can catch up there. There's lots of videos there for you to watch. Yeah, seems they need to hire a couple people. Yeah. So applicants must be able to maintain self-control. It's a little bit like, I don't mean to laugh, but it's like, okay, that's kind of obvious, but they're like, applicants must be able to maintain self-control. The pay starts at $31,000 a year plus benefits. Is it just me, or is that a little low for the position? Is it? I don't know what the average salary is in America. I'm not 100% sure, but isn't that a little bit low? Am I right? Vicky White, I'm waiting to see if anyone says, did they catch the other guy that escaped a couple of weeks ago? Yes, we're going to get into that. They did catch him and they killed him. So, yep, he's no longer with us. Yeah, that's low, right, Tracy? That's low. Isn't it like, I don't know what the average salary is, but it wouldn't be like, I don't know, at least 50,000 a year plus, like 50 to 80 or something, right? Like 31 for this position, especially. Damn, okay. And with all that pressure after all this happened with this case, I mean, the expectations are going to be real high, and then the pay is real low. So I don't know. It makes me a little concerned. Okay, so here they're just going to go over the case again, of course. It's what they do. I don't blame them. But yeah, they're hiring. I say it's very low, but sounds right. Doesn't pay enough. Yeah, imagine the T and wildfire. Applicants must not fall in love with the inmate. Imagine that as fine print. A lot of jobs don't pay what you think. Yeah. I mean, it's actually also kind of weird that they put that out there like that. It's not confidential? Maybe because it's a government type job, right? Yeah, seems like you can get better employees if you paid more. Yes. Okay, so the next on the list that I have, I've got a little list of course. Let me know if you want me to make like a notebook that says Case Club or something like that, or merch. I used to have merch that said Case Club, but that's what this is on a Sunday. So I could make Case Club notebooks and merch if you wanted that. Just let me know. Email me. You know what my email is, right? I think it's in the chat as well. Here we go. Okay, so the next story, I actually covered this and I put it in the description box because I covered this story and the full timeline in October last year. And wow, he has not been found yet. Kian McLaughlin, I would say, but McLaughlin, 27, right? But now, even worse in this case, they say, I'm just waiting to see what you guys say. Case Club merch. Okay, cool. Like Grizzly Case Club. That's what I'm thinking. And it just means whenever we're studying cases, which we do all the time together every single week. So that's why I thought of that maybe. Okay, not confidential because a government job. Thanks, Aaron. Oh, my word. Wow. Okay. So what I found shocking about this case is, one, he hasn't been found yet. Two, this woman is a woman that gave a false report in Wyoming on missing Irish hiker Kian McLaughlin. Dublin's mother puts focus on renewed search after Heather Mikoski made a false claim of meeting him. That really damaged the case. And honestly, I think that's disgusting what this woman did. And she is facing punishment, but let's see what it is. The mother of Kian McLaughlin has described as very upsetting the 532 hours spent investigating a false report. Oh my word, 532 hours. That's what this woman cost him. Investigating a false report made by a woman who claimed that she'd seen the missing hiker, 27, in a specific area in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming on the day he disappeared. Mr. McLaughlin was last seen at the U.S. National Park on June 8th, 2021. So I covered this because we're looking at this Grand Teton area. It highlighted a lot of disappearances there. I'm still looking to see what on earth happened to Jared Hembry. His body was found 3 miles from where Gabby's was, and we don't know what his cause of death was. They have not released it, but this one as well, this was a missing persons case, which I would highly recommend you watch that because I went over the entire timeline. We did map time and everything on this case. So it's in the description box, okay? But to think that this woman's report cost him 532 hours of investigating. Okay. 13 days later, Heather Mikoski, 40, of Jackson, Wyoming, provided false information and a false report to authorities. She has since been fined $17,600 and has been banned from the national park for 5 years, so she may not go there. In an interview on RT's Morning Ireland, Grain McLaughlin, the mother of the missing man, said she was informed of the situation with Miss Mikoski last October when she visited Wyoming before snow closed the search for winter. Miss Mikoski had given a detailed description of Mr. McLaughlin. McClellan? I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Mareka, thank you so much for your €4.99 super sticker. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. I always get very excited when I see super stickers and when there's PayPal surprises and buy me a coffees and new patrons and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much. And of course, to the members as well. Okay, so wow, Miss Mikoski had given a detailed description of Mr. McLaughlin. She said she had spoken to the Dubliner and that he was planning to go south towards Taggart Lake with the intention of jumping off his favorite rock into the water. An investigation later found Miss McCoskey had falsified the information. I wonder how they found that out, because what if, hey, what's up, Lena? What if they saw, what if she saw someone that she thought was him? Like, I wonder how they proved that she completely falsified it, and why would she do that as well? I do know you get complete crazy people that like insert themselves into cases, which is a red flag, but I wonder why would she do this? She said, Miss McClellan, I'm going to say McClellan, okay, I think that's more accurate. Miss McClellan said although there was a great deal of upset about the false claim, they've decided to put the incident behind them to refocus on the search for a much-loved son. We quickly put that behind us to focus on the higher mountain areas. Now we are back here in Wyoming as the snow begins to melt still. The rangers have continued to study the map and terrain and identify other search areas. And so we're hoping now to refocus the attention of people to the higher mountain areas. Miss McClellan admits the search involves an unforgiving terrain. There's still quite a lot of snow and you have high temperatures, which is melting the snow at a rapid rate. So it just makes conditions on the ground very, very dangerous, especially at the higher area. She's rejoining the search for her son 1 year after he went missing in Wyoming. 1 year. Today's date is the 12th, and on the 23rd of June, it's also going to be 1 year since Daniel Robinson went missing. And if I stand corrected, but I believe it's June 15th, right? When Summer Wells went missing. So that's also a 1 year anniversary coming up from that, which is so scary to think of. Oh, my word. Looking girl, Kathleen. Sorry. Yeah, he's poor mama, right? Yes. Wow. So this is very sad. So, gosh, that makes me so upset. He was drawn to Wyoming because of the mountains and the skiing and for the summer hiking, loving the outdoors. We know that he went missing on this hike and that something tragic happened. She says she's been talking to walkers and mountaineers and asking them to keep an eye out for Kian. The rangers are going to be putting up new posters again. The posters are actually still there from last year. We are looking for Kian's red iPhone, his red watch, sunglasses, and a silver chain. So if you are in the area, you know what to do. And you are hiking in Grand Teton National Park somewhere, we did map time. So if you want to zone in on the area where he was last seen, you can do that on the episode linked in the description box. But look out for a red iPhone, a red watch, sunglasses, and silver chain. They have those in the picture form and asking people to be on the lookout as they go hiking during the summer. She said on this particular trip, Kian set out with a bottle of water and was wearing a short-sleeved t-shirt and a pair of shorts. He hadn't specifically mentioned to anybody that they would go on this trail, but he was very familiar with this trail, and having walked it extensively during the summer and autumn myself, it wasn't a difficult trail at all. It was like the Spink in Glendalough, is that what it's called? A very well-marked trail. It was definitely a day hike. Those trails are very doable. You would be up and down in 4 or 5 hours. Kian was super fit, and he didn't have any problem with those trails. When Mr. McClellan was first reported missing, a massive rescue mission began. However, the operation was scaled back after days of searching didn't find the hiker. More than 50 missions have been carried out by helicopter search teams, with thermal imaging playing a key role in the search. The operations have navigated steep technical terrain in hazardous areas, and many areas require, ice axes, crampons, rope, and other protective equipment. Wow, that is... What do you think of that? I mean, wow, I still always think of Gabby every time I hear Grand Teton. Me too. Same here. Okay, I'm so glad that you hear about it now then. And please do, guys. I know I'm saying it a few times, but really, we did a deep dive on this case already. So it's in the description box. I'll pin it in the comments afterwards as well. So it'll be very easy for you to just find like that. But that is very, very sad. That's coming up to 1 year. Oh my gosh. All right. So now we want to look at the next thing on the list. Ooh, which is... Oh, that's a terrible thought, but yeah. Imagine the people we don't know are missing out there. Imagine it. Yes, Bianca. Yes, watch the deep dive. And then you can see those were the days when my channel had really just started. Channel started on June 26th. I know on my About page it shows a different date, but you guys who are chatting here, you also would have on your About page a date when your channel started, you know what I mean? Or if you have a channel, when it started. But my channel, even though I had something existing linked on YouTube to Gmail, now the channel was launched on June 26th, 2021. So we are going to have a 1 year VIP, but for everyone, anniversary party, okay? A live stream. I feel sorry for the families waiting for any types of closure on cases of missing loved ones. Me too. It must be. And I can't believe how calm this mom is staying in this case, because she's like, oh, well, like, it's just, I understand what she's doing, because it's just like, well, we need to focus. We'll be angry with that other lady later, but 525 hours worth of investigating that was false, from a false lead. That's so horrible. Thank you, Fernando Gonzalez. Welcome. If you are new here, then welcome. I hope you guys who are new or who are lurking will chat with us here and subscribe, hit the thumbs up, comment afterwards, and all that stuff. It's a really lovely community. So glad to have you here. Yes. Okay. So now we're going to look at this one. Oh my word. We've also deep dived this. So in every case, this is, I don't have to say that really, because these case club things we're going to do on a Sunday is to really tie up loose ends of cases that I've already covered. So if you don't know about the case, please go check out the playlist, which, if you don't know what a playlist is, because some people don't judge, okay? Some people don't. A playlist means on my homepage, you go home, videos, playlist. It means all the videos about Kaitlin Armstrong all on one playlist. Okay, like the Delphi one is called True Crime Delphi. So all the Delphi videos that I've done are on that playlist. Ricky's like, lurkers, come out wherever you are. I would love for all the lurkers to come out and say, hi, who's lurking there? Oh my word. So, this one, she's still on the run, guys. Kaitlin Armstrong, Austin love triangle murder suspect manhunt intensifies. Now that gives me some hope that she's still in America, right? Because at first they're like, she could have gone to Nepal, but they're getting dozens of tips. The U.S. Marshals received dozens of tips. Okay. Sorry, it's now getting a bit stuck. Hello. Refresh the page. There we go. Okay. U.S. Marshals have intensified their manhunt for Texas murder suspect Kaitlin Armstrong, with the federal agency upgrading the search to major case status and receiving dozens of tips as they near 1 month since the victim, top cyclist Mariah Mo Wilson, was killed. I mean, this was one very jealous girlfriend. Very. My goodness. Marshals have so far received at least 70 tips related to the search for Armstrong, who's accused of gunning down Wilson, 25, inside an Austin apartment where Wilson was staying ahead of an upcoming race in Hyco, Texas. Department U.S. Marshal and Western District of Texas spokesperson Brandon Filler told Fox News Digital on Wednesday. Of the 70 tips which are generated through Austin Capital Area Crime Stoppers and the USMS, we have had some with instrumental value that has assisted our investigation. Shannon, thank you so much for your $4.99 super sticker. Oh, we look the same. I'm seeing your profile picture. I'm like, we look the same. And my hair is actually mostly back, believe it or not. Yes, guys. You guys from Patreon know that. And YouTube memberships, you're like, my hair's always in a bun, huh? Okay, thank you so much for supporting the channel. So out of 70 tips, okay, they have some, which I read, they said about a dozen that are really, really helpful. She's out there watching this, listening to this, or reading this information, Phyllis said when reached by phone on Tuesday. She needs to surrender to law enforcement. Asked if he had a message for her, he added, safely surrender to law enforcement. Give your side of the story, because this is not going to go away. Earlier this week, Marshals announced a $5,000 reward for information leading Marshals to Armstrong. I hope they increase that a bit, because it might help. It might help. What do you think? Okay. The agency has most recently divulged that the 34-year-old fugitive was spotted being dropped off at New Jersey's Newark Liberty International Airport. So that was new compared to what we covered last time. They said she went to LaGuardia, that one, and now New Jersey's Newark Liberty International Airport on May 18th, one day after law enforcement announced she was wanted for the killing. Okay. So the U.S. Marshals Lone Star Fugitive Task, remember I'm like, Lone Star, okay, Lone Star Fugitive Task Force, assisting with the fugitive investigation of an Austin woman wanted for homicide, has learned that the suspect was dropped off at the New York Liberty International Airport May 18th, a day after the Austin police obtained a warrant for her arrest. Interesting. Theo Frionidis, is that how I say it? I hope so. Thank you so much for your $4.99 super sticker. I really, really appreciate it. I always look at the chat afterwards, by the way, guys, the live chat replay, so I can actually see how cute those little stickers are, because I know they are actually stickers on it. StreamYard doesn't really integrate them very well in the chat, but it makes chats much easier. So I like StreamYard. But then afterwards, I always go look what stickers you chose. I love it. Thank you so much. What's up, Claire? Hey, we got some OGs in the house. We've got, that means original Grizzlies. Okay, we've got Tracy, Claire, and Lena. And if Zelivak's here, we're literally like the first 100, maybe even the first 5 people that subscribe to my channel. And I have found the very first subscriber to my channel. Yes, I did indeed. It is indeed Zelivak from How's It Haunting and Lena from How's It Haunting. Those are my first subscribers and on my new channel. So thank you so much, guys. Okay. So this we've looked at as well in a deep dive. The U.S. Marshals Lone Star Fugitive Task Force has learned that Kaitlin Armstrong was dropped off at the Newark Liberty International Airport May 18th, the day after Austin police obtained a warrant for her arrest. I'm glad they showed this picture too. It was on my thumbnail as well, because I'm like, damn, she looks different like that, huh? You know, cycling outfit. A search of outbound flights at the Newark airport revealed no reservations had been made under the name Kaitlin Marie Armstrong. Ooh. The release further stated she used another name. Yes, Claire. You guys are OGs. Okay. So, Fuller would not speak about any large expenditures or withdrawals Armstrong had made in recent weeks. Oh, which makes our minds go, oh, ew. Oh, did you now? Large expenditures or withdrawals. And would not say whether Armstrong was dropped off via a rideshare app or by a person or people she knew. Very interesting as well, especially since Colin Strickland is also now hiding, huh? My word. Marshals are trying to narrow down a timeline of when she would have been dropped off there. With the case status upgraded to major, Marshals have more money and resources available to use toward finding their fugitive. Well, now when is Dog the Bounty Hunter going to get on this? That's my question. Come on, Dog, get on it. I know he was in Moab last I knew, helping out with that case. And as soon as he got there and he really got his hands dirty, then the sheriff there is like, nope, we have a guy, we have a person of interest. Very interesting. But I wish Dog could hunt for her. That would be so cool, on my word. Okay. I know some people don't like Dog. I do. I find him kind of hilarious as well. So maybe she's wearing a disguise. That's true as well. Yeah, Mo, Sweet Dreams says Mo. That was the victim. So here they say with a case upgraded to major, I can make it a little bit bigger for you guys. Sorry. With the case upgraded to major, Marshals have more money and resources available. Yes, so towards finding the fugitive, explained Lenny DePaul, a now retired commander of the U.S. Marshal Service's New York, New Jersey Regional Fugitive Task Force. In this case, they're hunting for the yogi and licensed realtor who has a history of flipping homes and was previously wanted for skipping out on a $650 Botox bill. I love how people defend this Botox bill. When I get a bit snarky about it, they're like, they'll come to her defense in the comments. It's kind of weird. Jeannie B, thank you so much for your $6.99 Canadian dollar super sticker. Can't wait to see the sticker after the chat. And all my replay watchers, oh my word, thank you so much for watching the replay. That also helps a lot. You have no idea. Even if you guys just pop my videos on the background, it helps a lot. We want to grow this Grizzly community. Okay, a major case is afforded money from our headquarters, funding to support the folks in the field with whatever they need, aviation support if they need canine help, any type of support that's needed. DePaul told Fox News Digital. When it's elevated like that, it's going to get a lot of attention. Your due diligence has to be made. It's an everyday effort from the lead investigators. I mean, oh man, I can't wait till they catch her. Let's hope by the next one that we do next Sunday. Oh, that'll be so nice. Well, obviously, I won't wait till Sunday. If they catch her tomorrow, you know I'm going live about it. And then after that, we'll do the missing persons cases on Mondays. Okay. So DePaul spent decades with the U.S. Marshal Service. He retired in 2013. He's not involved with the manhunt. USMS cases fall into one of 3 tiers. This is interesting. Let's take notes. Regular fugitive cases, major cases, and then top 15 fugitives. I botched that one, didn't I? I have to start the sentence again. Regular fugitive cases, major cases, and top 15 fugitives. Simply put, marshals working major cases have access to a lot of manpower and money and state-of-the-art equipment. He noted that Armstrong had some time before she was officially wanted for murder. The bigger question is she in this country? Did she stay local? Who did she know up here? Criminal investigators, fugitive investigators are going to have these answers. They're putting this puzzle together and connecting the dots. Marshals also have a federal warrant for Armstrong's arrest, which DePaul said gives the agency a lot of jurisdiction and a lot of leverage. Federal and local law enforcement have described evidence that shows Armstrong followed her longtime boyfriend, Colin Strickland, while he was out with Wilson earlier on the day on May 11th. Strickland and Wilson allegedly went swimming at Deep Eddy Pool in Austin before eating at a local restaurant. Oh, my word. And then Strickland dropped Wilson at a friend's home where she was staying at the time and then left. And then, of course, as I say, if you want the whole case coverage, please check that out. Please check that out. I definitely did that. That's expensive for poison injected into one's face. See, when people come to a defense, I can't remember what comments because those are kind of delete from my mind. There's quite a few comments. I just go Control-Alt-Delete. Like people complaining about free content, you know what I mean? Is it Snarky Sunday yet? But when they come to a defense, when I say, whoa, like she skipped out on Botox payment, then some people are like, it could have been for medical reasons. I'm like, okay. Oh, my word. I don't know if we're supposed to be defending her. But yes, okay, so here they go into the whole story. So now I'm going to unpin this. The less I have pinned, the better for the computer. So I'm going to, this clip is literally 1 minute. It's just a little break clip because I just want to have a sip of this, okay? Okay, I hope you like that. I have a very wonderful community, very kind, but also very high maintenance. If you guys are not happy with something, it's not just trolls. It's like literally, if there's members not happy with something or people are not happy, they tell me. And I've been hearing that my Be Right Back whole thing is a little too loud. And as I've said, I'm not a sound engineer by any means. I just do my best, and I have hearing problems, okay? So I do my best with the eardrums I have. But I think that was a bit of a calmer break, right? It was a bit like sometimes when we get very intense in these cases, I feel we just need like a moment. And so I'm thinking the bear one will be a better one. You know, makes us just all take that break together, just chilling out. Yes. Okay, you love the bears. Wow. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you love the music selections. I'm just checking what you guys are saying. Are you saying we're Karens? No, I'm saying you're Grizzlies. I'm pretty picky. It makes sense that my audience would be picky because I'm very picky too. Ask Mr. Grizzly. I'm very picky. We spent the whole weekend. Look at my arm. I don't hope you can see it. I don't know. It's like full of paint still. We spent the whole weekend painting our furniture because I'm just like, everything must be white. It was very funny. Everything needs to be white. And we did just redo it all. So I have filmed a whole bunch. And again, I'm going to share that on Patreon as well. So yes, we are high maintenance Grizzlies, and that's okay. We're very kind, very empathic, fierce. Okay, but also high maintenance. That's very funny. Oh my word. Karen Bears. That is hilarious. Painting you too. See, we're painting. You also painting. Yes, true criming and painting. Wow. Thanks, Jules. Yeah. Yeah, nothing better than crisp white furniture or bed sheets. It just, wow. Ronna, they're not being rude. They like usually would say, I love your content, but this is like an underhanded compliment. So it's a kind way of being like, okay, yes. Sometimes they also complain about my presentations, but that is honestly the best I can do. Like literally, I played with all the colors, all the fonts, everything. And I read it to you guys. So, but yeah. Thank you, Greta. Thank you. I'm glad you guys love the content. Now, the final story for today is this Gonzalo Lopez dude who was shot. And oh my word, I have a very graphic picture of him that I'm not going to show. But whoa, I saw pictures of him after he was shot. It looked nothing like him as well. Okay. So, lawmaker believes Gonzalo Lopez had help from other inmates and used prison-made tools to escape. Again, if you don't know about this case, I covered this at length, and I think there were 2 or 3 episodes about it. So, yeah, we looked at the whole timeline and what happened and everything. But basically, I'd still want to know what tool he had because he got free from his restraints on a bus full of inmates. He was one of the inmates going to a hospital for medical appointments, got free from the handcuffs, and managed to cut through that separation gate that separates the bus driver from the inmates. Got through that, took over the bus, and with the inmates on, and then the back tires were shot out as well, and then he ran into the cow pasture, and he escaped. And so sadly, when they caught him, they realized he had killed a family of 5, a grandfather and 4 of his grandkids, which is just horrendous. I'm going to zoom in here as well for you guys. Yes. You know, Lieutenant Peter Pronzo, I'm still reading your book. I told you I'm a slow reader. I love your book. And I don't know, I'm a very slow reader. I just like read, 5 or 10 pages at a time, but it's so, so good. If you guys want to check out Lieutenant Peter Pronzo's book, it's called Harlem Raiders. It's a very, very good one. I really hope it gets made into a movie sometime. That'll be amazing. Wow, imagine it. Okay. Centerville, Texas. As many continue to question how Gonzalo Lopez escaped nearly a month ago and later murder a family of 5, State Senator John Whitmire, chairman of the Texas Senate Criminal Justice Committee, revealed how he thinks Lopez escaped. Whitmire appeared on an episode of Behind Breaking Bond and said he believes Lopez had help from other inmates on the bus that Lopez escaped. He believes Lopez was able to escape his restraints and bus gate with a key and prison-made tools. Now, here's the kicker. What I'm seeing all over Twitter is that key has not been found. Let's see if this article says it, because I didn't read through this whole thing yet, because I want to experience it with you guys. I know they update because I follow everything about the case on Twitter, but I'm like, wait, what? Like, they haven't found the key, but they've resumed transport? I mean, wow, that makes me worried a little bit. So they say, for more on Whitmore's take on the incident, click here. Okay, we might click there. Law enforcement agencies have a steady presence at the Centerville home the grandfather and his grandson spent their final moments. Autopsy reports showed that Mark Allen Collins, 66, Waylon Collins, 18, Carson Collins, 16, Bryson Collins, 11, and Hudson Collins, 11. I mean, whoa, 66 and his 4 grandsons, 18, 16, 11, 11. Died after being shot and stabbed to death. So last time we did this update, last week Sunday, with Case Clap, we talked about, I thought they'd been shot, but then I'm like, whoa, that is so brutal that he stabbed them to death. But now it's even worse. It gets worse every week that I look at this case, shot and stabbed. Officials continue to believe that they were murdered by Gonzalo Lopez. Well, yeah. Despite officials not releasing new information Thursday, residents along Highway 7 and others in the community have a lot of questions. Susan P.T. Donnell lives along Highway 7 and said she shakes every time she drives past the Collins' home. She said she never expected anything like this to happen when she moved to Centerville 4 years ago. I moved here to the country to try and get away from all the crime and stuff in the city, and then this happened 4 miles from where I live, so it was very unnerving, she said. As she constantly keeps the Collins family in their thoughts, she questions why they were able to visit their home last week when Lopez was still on the run. Why were he and his kids allowed to just go in there without any type of escort or anything? Jewett resident Catherine Harvey believes the incident could have been avoided with more communication and surveillance from officials. She lives less than 5 miles away from the Collins home and said her questions start from the very beginning. Harvey wants to know how Lopez was able to escape the TDCJ bus nearly a month ago. They definitely need to look at how they're transporting their prisoners, because obviously it's not working the way that they're doing it. As they wait for concrete answers from officials continues, Petty, Donnell, and Harvey said they're praying for peace for the Collins family and Centerville community. I hope that we'll return to feeling safe like we used to, even those of us who have alarm systems and cameras. Now, I don't know if you like me, but I'm a very curious kind of person, which I think we all are for true crimers. So I'm going to click on this. I'm about to click on that. Now, what is this? 25 minutes. Okay, whoa. I will link this below because, damn. They delve into the deep waters of Breaking Bond. What is this? Wow. Okay, so if I click on that, then apparently on here, somewhere in this 25-minute episode, he's going to tell us. So I'll watch it after this. You know what I'll be watching before bedtime because it's already 1:45 for me. So I'll watch that. And if there's anything really cool to share with you guys, I'll probably share it in a short, a YouTube short. I know some people hate shorts, but shorts are kind of the future if you want to make it on YouTube too. And I really like shorts. I like making TikToks and shorts and sharing them on Twitter. And it's just nice to just share little updates as well in between. So I'll have a look at that and let you know if there's anything there that is worth watching. Yeah, it's always so late. Yeah, I always start my streams at 11 p.m. my time because that's the latest I can possibly go. Because I stream from 11 till 12 or 11 till 1. And then it takes me about an hour to just like calm down so I can go to sleep. Okay, I'm glad you love the shorts. Janie's child loves the shorts. Your shorts are a bomb. I need to make more shorts. I've got 2 channels, in case you didn't know, Grizzly True Crime and Grizzly Antidote. 2 channels and 2 TikToks as well. One for each channel. So I know Janie's child, I know I have to make shorts on that other account, Grizzly Antidote, soon again. Sewed her shorts. Yeah, well, the good thing is, so you say I love shorts, but love long shows also when I'm painting or driving, right? The good thing is I do them all. I do deep dives. We do these catch-ups. We do live stream. We do video uploads. And we do shorts. And we do members-only stuff. Yeah. Everything's there. Okay. I'm so glad you love the new channel. That's so nice. Thank you. Let me pin this so that I don't forget about that. And then here they say, Texas resumes inmate transportation following pause after Gonzalo Lopez escape. Again, I'm still worried about the key because I'm just seeing everyone on Twitter that they haven't found the key to the handcuffs. And I'm like, wait, what? Texas will resume the transportation of prison inmates next week following a brief pause after the escape of a convicted killer who stabbed a guard and allegedly killed 5 members of a family while on the run. The Texas Department of Criminal Justice said it has also added several new safety measures to prevent more incidents like the May escape of Gonzalo Lopez, 46, on a prison bus en route to a medical appointment. The public safety is the first duty and highest obligation for the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, said Executive Director Brian Collier. We have completed a review of the agency's transportation protocols and will be taking necessary steps to add additional security measures when moving inmates throughout the state on its roadways. Lopez freed himself from his restraints and assaulted a guard before temporarily taking over the bus and fleeing. He was on the lam for 3 weeks before he died in a shootout with authorities near San Antonio. Oh my word. While on the run, investigators said he murdered a man and his 4 grandsons. New details released by authorities this week revealed that Lopez had help from other inmates on the bus who possibly created a distraction while he freed himself. That's scary. To prevent further escapes, several new measures will be implemented for prisoner transports, including having 3 officers on buses, more rigorous inmate search procedures, new surveillance equipment on vehicles, and a new rule that high-risk inmates will be transported by themselves. And yeah, to make a bad joke, hopefully not by a corrections officer, a female, like Vicky and Casey. Oh my word. Doesn't mean all female. I just mean 2 will be, I would say, you see, I just want to add to that. I just see the risk. So that's why I'm sort of making a light joke there. It's just, if they're going to be transported by 1 at a time, they also need to be transported by at least 2 officers. Do you agree? Wow. In addition, efforts to address the medical needs of inmates will be heightened at prison facilities to reduce the need for off-site care. See, that could help as well. just have a medical department there. I know this all costs money, but yes. The results of a TDCJ serious incident review and an independent security review are expected to be made public once complete. All right, so that's there. Yeah, this was a high-risk inmate. I know, right? Wow. And then over here, wait, it's this one. This was the family of 5 that he allegedly murdered. They say here, we're going to be okay. Community pays respects to a family of 5 killed by an escaped inmate. Gonzalo Lopez, the inmate who escaped from a prison transport bus in May, is believed to have killed the family. Houston, Texas. A large crowd filled Champion Forest Baptist Church for the Collins in northwest Harris County. 5 caskets were covered in flowers and 4 were draped with jerseys. The service is to remember Mark Collins and his 4 grandsons, siblings Waylon, Carson, Hudson, and their cousin Bryson. Saturday's service was filled with tears but also laughter as the community remembered a grandfather and 4 boys who lit up their world. Man, I find funerals, I know they are supposed to be said, they're just like, I can't handle them. Oh my word. In front of a packed church, the family admitted that there's only one word to describe their feelings: devastation. This is devastation, said Chris Collins, who lost his father and all 3 of his sons. Can you imagine that? He lost his father and all 3 of his sons. I can't even imagine his pain. Lauren Amanda, thank you so much for your $199 super sticker. You say, I appreciate your visuals. Have your channels. Thank you so much. Yes. Okay. Are you guys getting signed copies? I have a signed copy of Lieutenant Peter Pronzo's book. Yes, I do. I feel special, okay. All right. So, they say here, so sorry, I'm trying not to be avoidant because this is just damn sad. This is terrible. Like, oh my word, he lost his father and his 3 sons. I'm still just like hooked on that. Like, that is very hectic. Sharing his pain, but taking time to comfort the crowd. And while we're hurting more than we could ever possibly imagine, we will be okay, said Chris Collins. Mark Collins is remembered as an excellent man devoted to his faith, family, and friends. Waylon, who had just graduated from Tomball High School, was a charismatic, baseball-loving leader, idolized by his younger brothers and cousins. Carson, who at just 16 years old was described as a man among boys, was tender-hearted and loved football. Hudson was the 11-year-old snuggler. He was intelligent, empathetic, and loved golf. Hudson was baptized in the family pool just days before his death. And 11-year-old Bryson, who was everyone's best friend, loved being a big brother, and who, for his 6th birthday, requested a Jesus-themed party. The family is leaning into that faith. Even that night, before we had all the information and knew anything, I looked up at my backyard and I said, God, tell me my babies are okay. And almost audibly I could hear, they're okay. I've got them. They're okay. No, it was not the okay that a flesh and blood father wanted, but in that moment, I had the most supernatural peace I'd ever had in my entire life. The communities in Tomball and Magnolia pour love and comfort into his family, and in return, Chris shares their deep gratitude. And the love that's been shown to our family has been one of the most overwhelming things we've ever experienced. And we thank you for that. And we thank you for your continued prayers and love and friendships, Chris Collins said. A week after law enforcement discovered the bodies of a Houston area grandfather and his 4 young grandsons, medical examiners disclosed that all 5 died of gunshot and stab wounds. Homicide was ruled as the manner of death for Mark Collins and his grandsons. And then they say the names again, according to Southwest Institute of Forensic Sciences in Dallas. Authorities believe that deaths are tied to inmate Gonzalo Lopez's flight from the law after he broke free from a prison transport bus last month. It's believed that Lopez broke into several homes in Leon County, which is halfway between Houston and Dallas, including a family ranch belonging to the Collins. A law enforcement source told Eyewitness News that Lopez's fingerprints were found at the Collins' home. So, yes. Please don't leave YouTube lives. Would miss them. Don't worry. With the YouTube lives, have you seen how many I've got coming up? I hope you guys have. And I hope you will go and set notifications for all of them. Okay, that connection was the driving force behind investigators returning to the home in Centerville. Several agencies, including lead investigators and the Texas Rangers, performed a walkthrough and investigated what may have happened at the ranch. As for the Collins' autopsies, medical examiners gave distinguishing remarks for 3 victims. Wow, the documentation showed that Mark, 66, died of a gunshot wound to the abdomen and sharp force injuries. Waylon, a recent Tomball High School grad, also had sharp force injuries but suffered a gunshot wound to the back. Bryson, one of the 2 11-year-olds killed, died of a stab wound in the back. Oh, my word. Gunshot wounds and stab wounds were listed for the deaths of the 16-year-old Carson and 11-year-old Hudson. All 5 people listed their date of death as June 2nd, 2022. Wow. Whew, that was intense, everybody. That was hectic. What a callous fugitive that was on the run and then was eventually caught and was shot. Horrible, horrible. Lisa Marie says, like, I have a big question. Why didn't they have a press conference about the break-ins knowing a murderer was on the loose? I know, right? Yeah. People are asking that question as well. Yes. No warnings not to travel to the area. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was brutal. Yes. Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's case club. Let me just put this on here so that we can see this. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much. Please keep sharing your thoughts. I look forward to read them in the comments as well about all 4 cases that we spoke about today. Casey White, Kian McLaughlin, Kaitlin Armstrong, and Gonzalo Lopez. I don't want to overdo it. I think that was enough, right? We're good. And I want to just show you this quickly. If you go here to my channel, I've updated my art. I do this regularly. You guys know, as much as I update my emojis, I'm always updating my channel art and thumbnails and things. But here is my channel. So if you go home, videos, playlists. So this is where the playlists are for all these cases that I talked about and where you can cover it. Go and binge watch it. Community tab. If you are a member, please look here. Okay, you got to look at the community tab. We've got the Brian Anton emoji here. Here they are, bigger. You see, so you can look there. But this is where all the membership updates are as well. And then if you go to channels here, hey, How's It Haunting is almost at 100 subscribers. So Zelivac is my friend, and he was my first subscriber here on Grizzly True Crime. So this is the podcast. I think Lena was my second subscriber. So Lena and Chris have this podcast here, but here's my channel, right? Grizzly Antidote. And I'm live there every Tuesday for Spill the Tea Tuesday. Tea Spill Tuesday. So you can see these live streams are upcoming here as well. Entertainment news, if you like that. Okay, so I'm just showing you because a lot of people are like, oh my word, I didn't know you had that. Yes, I got it. I get some angry emails. Why didn't you tell me? I'm telling you now. So thank you so much for being here. Please do hit the thumbs up. Share this episode. If you share it on Twitter, I will retweet it as well and maybe send you I still don't know if I should call it a GIF or a GIF. I think it's called a GIF, but like some people say GIF. That I respond in GIFs or GIFs over there. So I hope you guys have a wonderful new week ahead. And I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're covering 2 missing persons cases, which will be Dylan Rounds. I know you all tweeting at me about it. You emailing me. I'm already on it. Chris from the Monsters Under Our Bed covered it yesterday. And so go check that out if you want like a little preview of what we're going to talk about. Dylan Rounds and Kelly Vasquez. Those are the 2 missing persons cases that I'm covering tomorrow. I think I'm generally going to stick to about 2 because otherwise it gets like really long and intense. So because we can't help deep diving it, you know what I mean? So yes, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you enjoyed Case Club. It was great, Gisela. Thank you for your hard work. Bye, everyone. Wishing you a wonderful evening ahead. Yeah, for me, it was also time to crash. It was a very busy weekend. Bye. More the like button.